Morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the importance of running goals and how to hold yourself accountable to achieve them. So it's a lovely Tuesday morning today. It's a little bit breezy, but hopefully you can still hear me. And Tuesday is all things running. So it's again another high-level topic. But one thing I've been running 3.5 years now. So I've got someone going past me. I've been running 3.5 years or so now, and one of the key things I see from people I run with and people I know is that they start running all optimistic about things, and then they quit for whatever reason. That's a common thing. It's like a New Year's resolution where people say, yeah, I'm going to run X number of times a week. I'm going to lose all this weight, whatever. And they might do it for January, or most of January. By the time February, there's a few still doing it, and by March, people have quit altogether. Now, my theory on this, it's not something that everybody's going to agree with, but this is what I believe. I think in order to maintain consistency in running, you have to have a goal or a milestone. And the difference between the two is the goal might be something project-based or something temporary. So I want to get to X weight, and then that's the goal that you've set yourself on, and that's what you want to achieve. Or a milestone is one of several goals of progression. So the difference between the two is one has continuity, one is kind of just an outright goal that you kind of fixated on. So that's where I think that you've got to obviously differentiate between the two. Milestones for me are better because you're looking into the future and you've got the ability then to try and maintain what you're trying to achieve. Whereas if you have a goal, it might just be one goal, and it might be I want to lose X amount of weight, and then by the time you've reached that goal, you stop, and then what happens? You end up putting the weight back on. So although that might be perfect for some people looking to go on a holiday and then aren't too fast, which is absolutely fine, but I think the beauty of running is it's something you can continue to do and you can continue to improve at. And age is not the same type of barrier as it is for other sports, for example, like football or something like that, where you generally stop doing it kind of early 30s because your body can't hack it. Some of my closest friends are in their mid 50s and are still getting better at running. They're way faster than me, and I'm in my late 30s. So yeah, so age is just a number. But okay, so I've always said the importance of setting a goal. If you don't set a goal, it's very easy just to wake up in the morning, if it's a bit of a crappy weather type of day, and say, I don't fancy running today. And you can talk yourself out of it really, really easily. If you've got a goal, you've got some substance behind the reason for getting out to run, or a milestone you're looking to achieve. So you're less likely to do it. I mean, running on days like today is easy. Look at the blue sky again. I've had some rough weather the past few days, you'll see in my previous vlogs. But today it's beautiful and sunny, fresh, not too hot, a little bit windy, but it's fine. Just the audio that myself from this. But so the importance of goal setting, really, really important. I think if you don't have a goal, it's highly unlikely you'll continue. And this isn't just for elite runners or people looking to improve to a club level or anything like that. It can be for anybody. Somebody, it could be couch to 5k. It could be, I just want to start running for my mental well-being or whatever. But either or, you've got to have a reason, an underlying reason to do it. The next thing I'm going to talk to you about is the harder bit. Is how you hold yourself accountable for that. And again, I know people that set goals and have tried to achieve them and then have quit. It's easy to quit. So easy to quit. When it gets hot or when it gets really cold in the winter months, it's dark. It's not much fun. And unless you're fixated on your goal and have some accountability methods, it's highly likely that you may quit. So how do we hold ourselves accountable? And I have kind of three main ones that I do here, which are really, really cool and really, really good. Helped me no end. I run somewhere in the region of 2,000 to 2,500 kilometers a year, which sounds like a huge amount, but it's kind of like about 40 42 kilometers a week, or say 26 miles, 26 to kind of 30 miles a week, that type of bracket. So it's a lot, but it's not a huge amount. It's very achievable. People do it. So I know people that do 50, 60 miles, getting on for 100 miles a week. Now that's pretty insane. I've done 100 miles once in my life, and that was when I did my 100 miles in 3 days with 3 hours sleep ultra, which again was an absolute battle. But so don't compare yourself to others is a really, really important thing. You know what you want out of running, and it's absolutely fine. Don't get sucked into the whole competitive thing. If you don't want to, if that's a goal and that gives you motivation, then absolutely use it. But don't get sucked into other people's agenda. Just be very, very fixated on what you want to achieve and what you're running for. And that's absolutely fine, whatever level you're at. So accountability methods. The three I talk about. First and foremost, if you're running on your own all the time, it's easy just to say, I can't be bothered today. I'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes, let's be honest. Tomorrow will happen. You've already set yourself up on a slippery slope. And tomorrow, it might be a bit breezy tomorrow, or it might be a bit icy or a bit cold. Find a reason. Once you've fallen into this trap of finding excuses, you'll find them very, very easily. It's so easy to justify yourself. So number one is run with people, or find an accountability partner, or a running group. People always have this impression that running clubs and running groups are elitist, and I found that I believe that to be the case as well. But I now know that's absolute rubbish. I mean, I run in the part of the biggest running club in Cambridge. High runners. I think we've got more members than the kind of more elitist running clubs, but even the elitist ones have cater for all standards, and that's really, really key. And my running club is high runners, Histon and Impington runners, amazing supportive group of runners, and everybody kind of has dark days and positive days, but I've never known a more supportive group of running people. And this is a little bit of a plug. If you do live in the Cambridge area, I strongly recommend you look up Histon and Impington runners or high runners, or a really, really community-based, family-orientated running club, and I absolutely love it. It's helped me, and there's people at all ends of the spectrum. There's people sub 2 hour 50-minute runners, right the way down to people who've never run before, and the club caters for each of them accordingly, and that's amazing. So find a running club or find somebody to run with, and agree to I'm going to run on this day, or this time of week we're going to run, and hold each other accountable. It's so much more difficult to say I'm not going to run today if you've agreed with your friend, or you've got a running club training night where people are expecting you to be there. Then there's a commitment, and then you will certainly be more likely to actually do that run, regardless of weather or whatever excuse you can try and make up to actually run. So that's really, really important, that one. The second one is, this is slightly for more, it's not for more elitist at all. But another one, a good one is sign up for races. You sign up for races, and look, running of races, race is probably the wrong word. If running event is a more suitable word. Sorry, I'm limping a little bit here because I'm running on cobbly ground with my barefoot running shoes. Again, I'll go into you about the benefits of barefoot running and my trials and tribulations of that on another episode. But so running events, hundreds of them about. Thousands of them about. Always local ones as well. Every weekend you could find a local running event. It's really, really easy to find. Obviously the caveat to that is that we're currently on obviously easing of lockdown during COVID-19, so the number of running events is vastly reduced, but only temporarily. And I already see all the virtual ones popping up where you can still get medals, and you just log your time on Strava or an app or something. I'll talk to you about different types of running apps you can use in another episode. But it's a great way because there's a milestone. I'm going to run there, and I want to achieve this time, or I want to get round, whatever that goal is, or just to do it with a group of people, feel that achievement, get that medal. It's amazing positivity and inspiration to continue your running journey. So highly recommend it. And you get the people that will go to these events to try and win, and you get people who come to these events who will just try and make it around. Look at London Marathon, or New York. New York's I think the biggest. running event in the world. London Marathon is probably the busiest in terms of spectacle of events. Haven't done New York, but I've been fortunate to do London Marathon twice. I was in to do it again this year, but COVID knocked it back to October, and I'll be amazed if it happens again. I was actually going for a world record attempt, but I'll talk to you about that silly challenge on another episode. And you look at those big events, about 95% of people probably running it for the first time. They're probably running for a charity or running for a different reason other than I'm going to now this time will be super competitive. So just bear with me a second, I've got something stuck between my toes. That's the other negative part of running barefoot. When you've got toe style, you can get little things stuck between your toes, which obviously you can't in running trainers. So yeah, it's mass participation, and there's so many different reasons. It's so emotional when you do a marathon of that magnitude, because you see on people's t-shirts and vests the reasons, the people they're running for, the reason they put themselves through that training brutality. It's really, really emotional, and it's really inspiring to see. And there are people there that have got far more challenges than certainly than I have, and everybody's got challenges, but sometimes they put into perspective and you see what other people have to overcome, and it's so inspirational. And doing an event like that can really give you the motivation to carry on. So that's number two. An event doesn't have to be London Marathon, of course. It can be your local village fun run. We might get 50 people that run, but still, it will serve the same purpose. It will give a date in the sand where you're training towards something, to achieving something, either yourself or individually or with a group. So really, really key. The third one is the use of data. Now, most people associate this with running stats and pace and cadence and heart rate and the plethora of statistical information you can pull off your tech devices. And I'm an absolute running tech geek, so I've got so much tech on me, I can talk about this for days. But I'm not talking about super detailed statistics like this. But data can serve a purpose in its simplistic form. And what I mean here is habit track. Now, there's evidence to suggest that you need to do something for 66 days before it becomes a habit. So, really, really important point there, because if you can stick to something for 66 days, just over 2 months, not a huge amount, it will become part of your lifestyle, become ingrained as a habit, and then becomes super easy to do it. I mean, and it's so true, but the number of people that drop off in that first 66 days is phenomenal. So what I'm suggesting you do here is habit track. And I'm not talking about getting super apps or anything like that. You can even do this on a piece of paper. All you want to do is have it on a calendar or a habit tracking app. I use a habit tracking app called Habitify. It costs like £2 or something, but it's a really basic app. But all I do is punch my habits that I'm trying to integrate into my life, and you tick them off each day. It's just a simple checkbooking mechanism. It's just replacing simple lists, but it's in my smartphone, on my Apple Watch. It's always trackable, so I can do it at any point in time. I do it at the end of each day before I get to bed, and I just tick it off. And the beauty of it is the reason the apps are sometimes slightly better than pen and paper or a calendar is that you can see streaks. A calendar will work if you can see the full period of time and the crosses, and you can see how many days consecutively you've been doing it for. But you see the streaks, and the good thing about Habit app, it will also factor in days off, etc. So if you say I want to run 3 days a week or 2 days a week, as long as you do it within that calendar week, it maintains the streak. Whereas if you do it on a calendar, it will be gappy with the number of days that it looks as though you haven't run, even though that's factored in. So habit tracking is really, really cool, and it will definitely give you the motivation, because if you're anything like me, you've built up a bit of a streak. Maybe after you get to kind of 5 or 6 days, or 5 or 6 entries on your streak, you don't want to break that. If you break that, you go back to the beginning. And like I say, remember the habit algorithm I told you about, 66 days. So if you've broken that chain, you've got to start again for another 66 days. So, really, really important that you factor this in. And blimey, it's working out where I am. Yeah, really, really important you factor this in. So, like I say, don't break your streak, And when you look at streak, it will give you all the motivation you need to carry on. So that's basically it for today. So to summarise, set goals or milestones. Milestones for me are better. They're like stepping stones towards a much bigger goal, and that goal never ends for me. And so I'm on a really busy road at the moment, so I have to kind of cross over so I can be seen as best as I possibly can. And number two, use the 3 methods of accountability that I suggested, and those are run with partners or groups. You know, if it means joining a running club or just running with friends who want to do the same thing. Sign up for events, and the third, track with data. And it doesn't have to be all the statistical nonsense that you can do. I don't call it nonsense because I love it and I do it every day and I monitor it in all sorts of different ways to track progression. But it doesn't have to be that. So, like I say, just habit track the number of days you've done it against what you committed to is probably all you need. And I've given you can do it pen and paper, or there's loads of different apps you can use for that. The one I use is Habitify. So, hope that's useful and give you some inspiration to carry on. Stick in it and join this Runpreneur community. Everybody in this group are going to be either involved in business or running, or both. And it doesn't have to be just